welcome to video number 2 of our visit to beautiful Bell Island, filmed on April 8th, 2025. In this episode, we're continuing our journey along the north side of the island, where we explore the fascinating history of Bell Island's abandoned iron ore mines, once a vital part of Newfoundland's industrial story. A big thank you once again to my good buddy Larry Smith for helping out behind the camera, and a special shout out to a local historian, Mr. Don Squires, for generously sharing his incredible knowledge and his stories. So come along with us as we uncover some hidden history, take in the views, and enjoy this beautiful day on this unique island in Conception Bay. I hope you enjoy this second video.
That's where the first theatre on Bell Island was, the old Gaiety Theatre.
Oh, okay.
And it was a church connected to it.
How many years ago? What are we talking?
You're going back now in the 30s.
Okay. There's a cool view there where we were just to. And you can see the pile.
Just go ahead a little bit again.
Yeah, go past this truck.
Yeah. Not right here, I'll show you here. See the curling club up there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're familiar with it, are you?
Yep.
Well, you see when you go on that step in that big glass door?
Right. Yeah.
That big glass window?
Yes.
Well, that window takes you right down number 2 mine.
Oh, does it?
That was the hoist house for the cables from number 2 mine, hauling the ore cars up and down the mine.
On. So yeah, right there, that's where the hoist house was.
That was right into that window on the step there. I used to be in there as a kid, right? Getting bottles again.
Wow.
So that was the original hoist house for number 2 mine.
Yes, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, well, you can see the bottom down there where number 2 was too, right here.
Yeah.
The top of it.
Yeah, and right on top of the hill is where the deck head was, see?
Straight on the top was right where the cable was.
And then the cable went right up to the...
Wow.
Yeah. This is Fleming's. It wasn't Fleming's, but Fiat name but now. But this was the first drugstore on Bell Island.
The first drugstore.
Yeah.
First location.
First location, sir.
Any idea what year?
Oh my God, not offhand, but I got it all home somewhere. I got a lot of stuff home, but...
Wow.
And this store...
Yeah.
Well, originally they had the first one down there, and he moved up here. That's been there since 1950. That store.
It kind of got that
Jim
look,
Chinese,
doesn't it?
right? Right here on this property is where I lived. Our house was right where them big trees were.
Oh, okay.
We just go up along here now in a second.
Yeah.
And this is called number 6 range here, see?
Number 6 range. Oh, yeah.
Right. Now every house in this range was 2-story like that one. Our house was here, another one here gone. Like every house was like this, huh? Now this one is newly built.
But the shape, of course.
The shape of them, they're all the same. This is newly built there.
2 there are identical, huh?
Yes, and down there another one.
So how many did you say was there? Like that
11
same
or 12,
kind of shape.
12 all total.
All the
One
same
here,
shape.
Yeah. And I knew every first name of every man and woman there, the old people. Now over here on top of the hill, now this is where number 6 deck head was. You ever see the picture of this deck head? Number 6 is on the Seal Beer Armory out there. And this is right here where it is, look. And I live just down there.
Okay.
I used to follow the men down the road when they throw away a cigarette, but I wouldn't get a puff.
Chasing cigarette butt up the road.
This is what you call the valley, right?
Oh, and this is the pile that we were
Down
talking
here is the
about
valley.
over
Now,
here.
can you put on your brake for a second right here?
Sure.
See, a lot of people don't realize, have you got the recording on?
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize that the original name down here was the North Village.
The North Village.
North Village.
Wow.
And over the years, I don't know why it was changed to the Valley.
Okay.
And people talk about North Village. I say, well, okay, makes sense. They're all over here mining.
Yeah.
North side.
So of course
They dug this out and built a little village into it. People started moving into it. And then they call it North Village.
North Village.
That's the original name. Because there's a man down here, his nephew showed me his ownership of the home and that.
Okay.
Bobby Hibbs, North Village.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
And there was your original name on it.
It is what we call the Valley Hill here, going in here.
And we
I
continue
used to
on.
drive. I used to come down here all the time and drive up right up around the island, right? But I hadn't been down for a long while. And because up there it'd be nice to get. There's a big crusher up there from the mining days.
Oh, go away.
When they were surface mining, they used to crush the ore.
Yeah.
We're actually here now between number 1 Cove
Yeah.
and number 2 Cove.
Between number 1 and number 2. Okay.
Yes. Now I remember coming down here as a young boy, and I had to come down with my older sister and brothers, of course. And when we'd leave to come down, we'd have to stop on top of the hill up by Kent Barrett's.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of men there that were working with M.A. Rose and Company. They subcontracted the iron ore minings from Dosco. And the men would hold us back for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden we'd hear an explosion.
Wow.
And you see a big bed of heavy rubber popping up in the air.
Oh, they were using blast mats back then too?
Back then, yes.
Oh, okay.
So when we came down, of course, I remember right here, there was a tunnel there with ore car tracks into it that were used during the surface mining days.
Right straight ahead
Right
here.
there.
Oh, okay.
Because all this here, as you see, was one time mined.
Wow.
All the iron ore was taken off of this here.
So this whole cove that we're in here now, you said you took all the iron ore out of here?
Out of all this. But
That's probably why it's so flat like this,
Yes.
because they followed the
vein.
vein of ore.
Exactly, you can see it all tilted downwards.
Wow. So
Now,
the ore was on top of this and they took it all out?
Yes, they took all the ore off top. It's like on the surface, where all the flat rock on the surface, they took all the ore off top, stripped everything.
Wow.
Now over in this cove here, number 1, of course, when I was growing up, there was dozens and dozens of boats, rowboats back in them days.
Oh,
But
the little beach that's down
everybody from the valley and green area pretty well had boats down here.
here? Wow.
But today, you couldn't put a boat down here because of the high tides and that. I guess it's the oceans after rising over the years so much.
Awesome. Okay, so after here now, we're going to go to...
And this here, by the way, is
Yeah.
actually our favorite capelin area.
Oh, okay, yes.
Every year, it was always sandy and we'd always get capelin down here. And over in that cove too also.
Okay. Yeah, you can see them rolling here for sure.
Oh yes, big time.
This is a beautiful area down here.
Yes, Pat.
As I mentioned, I did a video before I came down here, and it was a really beautiful day in August. I don't know how many years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I walked from the lighthouse and I came right out along the coast. And I can remember coming down here, and I mentioned it earlier, how warm. There wasn't a breath of wind, and so warm
Yes,
here.
yeah.
I didn't want to leave here. I could have stayed here for the
I
for the
spent
duration.
I spent many a days down here over my lifetime, no doubt.
Absolutely beautiful, boy. Beautiful Belle Island. Come up at a number 2.
Yeah, we're down in the valley now and we're heading up behind number 6.
Okay, number 6 is up this way.
Number 6 mine's just up right here, actually.
I get a good few years of coming over to the island, but these are areas I've never ever been before.
No, well, you know, sadly as it is, if they had the roads done around here so the rest of the people visiting can take a drive around, that's the saddest part I find about this. This is the main area of the island for tourism, not mining.
Yeah.
Right here, look.
Obviously there was a structure there at one time.
The dry house. And up here on this end of it,
Yeah.
there was a set of stairs that went down. And if you go up here now, you can go up right up
So
here.
where was the entrance of the mine to?
That's what I'm just going to show you.
Oh, okay.
This is where they come to go in, go to work. They go in and change their clothes and everything, get ready for work. Then they come up on this end and get their lamps and their battery packs. And then right here, right here, there was a set of stairs coming down, and they walked down them stairs, and
Yeah.
the ore cars came down over this hill here,
Okay.
down there. Now there was a hood, a little building over the top of it going down.
Yeah.
You couldn't see the men going down.
Oh, okay.
It was covered.
Wow.
So they go in there and they walk down over the steps and they get aboard the trams or whatever and go down to work. When they come back up, they stop there and come up out of it, change their clothes, get washed up, get ready and go home again. Right?
Wow.
That was the number 2 dry house, and the main mine entrance right there. You went down and started digging that out now, you come to the entrance.
You come
right?
to the entrance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been in there as a kid, right? Not down deep, but I've been in around looking around. And there's a tunnel over from it there, that is connected to it. Now, I don't know, they used that back years ago as a back passage for safety, like to get out? Or,
Yeah,
you know
the emergency
and
exit.
mostly all of them got that.
Emergency exit.
Yeah, and that's, again, that's another a pile. And that pile came right back to over here, That's how much has gone out of it. It's wicked over the years. Came right back to
I can see an old wheel. It must have been off one of the old.
yeah, it's an old pulley wheel.
Old pulley
cables
wheel.
ran over. Yes, I can see it there now. Yeah, I see that pulley wheel there now, right on.
All number 6 yard. Okay.
Like that was one of the buildings original, or the area. There was a machine shop, electrical shop, and a forging shop right along here.
Oh wow.
Right, they're doing everything.
So what way do you want me to go here now?
I'm going to go over here now, straight.
Going over this way. Okay. So all number 6. So number 6 was back there as you mentioned it.
And number 6 comes came right up to here, up to the road there, went out.
Big area.
All back there was number 6 area, right?
So how many people do you think now at, say, in its heyday were working, continuously working when all of it was going?
There was times there was 2,000, 2,500 men.
Yes, boy.
Yes, they came from everywhere back in them days. Other mining towns. We're just going to shoot down right here so far.
All right.
And that's another gone up through,
The valley there, yeah.
all mined up through.
But this is the north end, of course, the north-facing end now that we're getting
Yes,
to of the
exactly.
island. The south-facing end is where the ferry is to,
Yes,
and
exactly.
and where the piers are to. Right?
And west is up Lance Cove, south is up Lance Cove area.
Yeah.
Now, if we stop right here on this hill,
Yeah.
all this ground over here.
I'll go right here so Larry can
Yeah, okay.
get a bit of footage here.
Oh, there it is. Look, there's the crusher.
Okay, so that's where the crusher
Yeah, you can
remains.
take it
The
back down
remains
and show
of the
you what,
crusher was too.
Yeah. When the surface mining was on the go, that's where they crushed all the rock and ore to, see? For separating them.
Yes, boy, this is all places.
That's where we played cowboys and Indians all our life growing up as kids.
This is all places that I've never ever seen on the island before. I don't think
And
I've
over
ever,
on them cliffs there,
never been here.
you look down on them cliffs there, beautiful, beautiful flat rock down below. That's where we used to hang out a lot, all the girls down sunbathing, right? Definitely, I'm not lying.
You tell it like it is, eh?
But those here, that land there and this land out here, around here, was all vegetable gardens. The miners had a piece of their own, and they used to have rock walls around it.
We'll go down.
Well, let's go down to a dead end here now pretty well, this part.
Interesting view looking up through.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That must be Creep's Nest, or the Creep's Nest.
I'm not sure.
The point sticking out there, the outcrop,
No, I don't think. Reef Nest is
or the Greaves. What did I say? Creeps.
Greaves, yeah.
Your Greaves Nest.
Nice rocks. I remember being up here when we were kids, but I used to come up around the cliffside and go out there on them rocks. What you fucking see?